welcome back to my channel. My name's Helen and today I'm going to be sharing with you my Spookopoly TBR. Bookopoly is a monthly TBR game that was created by Becca from Becca in the Books, and she's just this week announced the Halloween version for the month of October, and as soon as I saw it I thought, yes, I'm going to do that again. It's just a fun way using the Monopoly board to come up with your TBR for the month. So I've already done my rolls. Spookopoly was not good to me. I ended up with 4 sets of doubles, so if you've played it before you know that I then had to do extra rolls. I decided to do 8 and then ended up with 12 books. So without further ado, I will share with you the first roll and then I will go through in between each roll the books that I chose for those prompts. Enjoy. So this is the board. It's not as brightly coloured or decorated as Becca's is, but it's the best I could do. I've got my spell book from Hocus Pocus bookmark that I thought was quite the right choice for an October readathon, so I'll put that on the go square. And then I've got 2 different size dice. I've robbed them out of board games. So I'm going to do 8 rolls, and this is roll 1. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is to read a book from the present or one that I want to read right now. Roll 1 got present, a book I want to read right now, which I was really pleased with. I have decided to go with An Eye for an Eye by Jeffrey Archer. I have relatively recently started on the William Warwick series of his. I was gifted a book from my grandma for my birthday. It was the second in this particular series, so I went back and found the first one and I've quite swiftly really made my way through, and this will be number 7 I believe, so I can't really say much about it, but it's worked its way from, I want to say, the 60s, and it's worked its way forward, and I think we're in the 90s now with the present book. So you're following a constable in the police force who's made his way up. I don't think he's quite made commander yet. But they're basically working on, well, one particular one was like an art crime, but crime in general. One of them, they were being the royal protection for the royal family, and then the most recent one, it was looking after the crown jewels. So I don't know what the current one is, but it's out now, so as soon as I can get my hands on a copy, I will be reading that because I really want to read it right now. This is roll number 2. Oh, doubles. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That says feed scroll, so I need to go on social media and scroll through till I find a book that I own or can get hold of easily. So for roll 2 I got social media scroll, so I did that while I was playing the game. It took me ages, and considering I follow a lot of bookstagrammers, it took me ages to even find posts with books on, so I don't know if they've changed the algorithm there or what went on, but yeah, it took a long time, and then I finally landed on those books with the beautiful covers, the classics. And so for a long time I've wanted to read Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Obviously this isn't one of the ones with the really gorgeous covers, but it's the one that I have. So yes, this is definitely, well, I say definitely, I can never say that because I end up picking the ones I really fancy and then leaving the ones that I've been putting off for a while. But within this pile of books now, I've got 4 books that have been on my TBR the longest, for maybe 2 or 3 years. This is one of them. You'll see another one coming up later. If I can get those 4 books read before the end of the year, I will be very happy. So yes, Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen was on the social media scroll post. Roll 3. Oh, doubles again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That says a book with more than one favourite trope. So for roll 3, sorry if I keep looking down, I made notes as I went along. Roll 3 was to pick a book that has more than one of my favourite tropes. I've gone for Welcome to Your Life by Bethany Rutter. It says 52 weeks, 52 dates, 52 chances to find love. It says Serena Mills should be at her wedding. Instead, she's eating an ice cream sundae and drinking an obscenely large glass of wine in a harvester off the M25. She left the man everyone told her she was so lucky to find because she's realised that she wants to find love, real love. So she sets herself a challenge: 52 weeks, 52 dates, 52 chances to find real love. But sometimes even the best laid plans don't work out, and it's the people that take you most by surprise who can really sweep you off your feet. I love anything with like a dating trope. More around matchmaking really, maybe she will have that in here, I don't know, but anything with like a new start. So yeah, so I think this matches with that kind of thing. Anything with marriage in it, I'm all there. So I think there's enough tropes to be going on with there. I saw this on a shelf at the university library that I used to work at. I meant to get it and then I ended up just ordering it off Amazon for myself. You will notice that I've got bookmarks in all the books that I hold up. It was a really weird thing. I get decision fatigue every day over a lot of different things, and it's a proper bookworm problem. I was finding it hard to choose which bookmark to use in each different book because I've got a massive pile of bookmarks and it was getting on my nerves trying to pick each one. Then I was using receipts and things that were just lying around. So I've put one bookmark in each of the books on my bookmark shelf. Yes, I do have enough for that. So this is working better for me because I never have to pick, it's just already got one in it. So let me know how you choose your bookmarks and if you're a bit weird like that as well. So that was roll 3. Roll number 4. Oh, you can't see that one, but it's a 1. So we've got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spoopy. So I think she said that was like a spooky book, but more on the lines of like a middle grade or a romance, which is more my line of thinking than a horror, so that's better for me. Roll 4 was Spoopy, which was like spooky but less than a horror or a thriller or something like that. So she said something with like spooky vibes around maybe a middle grade or a romance, so I decided to go with middle grade. I've gone for Dreadwood by Jennifer Killick. There was a series that I went for before by her that I really liked, and I won't be able to remember the name of it now. If I remember it, I'll put it up. So I've liked her books before, and so I definitely want to give this a go, especially for this Halloween season. It says, welcome to Dreadwood High. It's a scream when classmates Angelo, Hallie, Gustav and Nora are forced to come to school on a Saturday. They already think it's the worst day of the year, but they're wrong. Things are about to get seriously scary. What has dragged their teacher underground? Why do the creepy caretakers keep humming the tune to Wincy Wincy Spider? All alone and trapped at school, the gang's only hope is to figure out why they are being targeted. But they'd better be quick because something is lurking in the shadows and it's out for revenge. So yes, I am excited to read that one within the Halloween season. So that was roll 4. Roll number 5. 10 more doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, lowest rated. So for roll 5, I got lowest rated. Now I don't have my whole TBR of books from my bookshelves on Goodreads, so I thought I'm not going to type in the 150 books or however many I've got and try and find the lowest rated. I didn't want to do that. But what I do have on Goodreads, and I've kind of done it sometimes, and it's probably an old list, but it was a book of books that I do want to read eventually. I can't remember the last time I added to it, but I decided to just go on there, put the ratings from lowest to highest and make my way through to find a one that I could find easily that wasn't very expensive to get hold of. And there was one called Meternity by Megan Foy or Faye. I can get this on Borrow Box from my library, so that's the one I've decided to go for. I only read the back of it quickly, but I could see why I'd wanted to pick it up originally. It's basically about a woman who I think she's a bit fed up in her job and her life, and within her work period, she has a really bad bout of nausea, and the other staff mistake it for pregnancy and morning sickness. So she goes with it and follows it through and ends up taking the time off that she would have took off to go off and have a baby, to like shake up her life a bit. I don't know how you'd get away with that in real life, but it sounds fun, it sounds easygoing, so that is the one that I've chosen for lowest rated.
Roll number 6. Oh, 10. Seriously, this is not smiling on me at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Features family.
So for roll 6, I got a book that features family, and I have decided to go for one that I should have read in September and didn't. I have gone for The Hat Makers by Tamsin Merchant. I really want to read this one because I've then got number 2 in the series, which is The Map Makers, and I know that Ellie from Earl Grey Books has got that one, so we've decided that we're going to buddy read it together. So I want to do that sooner rather than later, and so if I read this one this month, then I can suggest to her that we read that one maybe in November or December time. So this one says, Cordelia comes from a family of magical hat makers. In her world, making crafting items from enchanted ingredients is a rare and special skill. Cordelia can't wait to make her first hat, but then her father disappears and someone seems to be using maker enchantments to start a war. Cordelia must use courage, friendship and just a touch of magic to save the makers forever. So that is my book for features family.
Roll number 7. Please don't give me doubles again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Read a book that's on your unhaul pile.
For roll 7, I got Unhaul book, so I have decided to go for After the Rain by Jo Watson. I picked this up at a local library and they were giving books away for free. It's been on my pile for ages and I'm just not reaching for it, so I'd put it in a box ready to just leave my house. But when I got this, I thought, well, yeah, I think I'll give this one a go. On the front it says, she believes in fate, he believes in logic, but this unexpected journey could change everything. It said, some opposites attract, some rip each other's clothes off. Stormy Rain and Marcus could not be more different. She's a free-spirited, rainbow-haired hippie. He wears a suit and overshines his already too shiny shoes. She believes in auras. He's governed by logic and doesn't believe in fate, but fate believes in them. So what happens when their worlds collide and they are forced to embark on an epic road trip to catch a plane to a wedding on the other side of the world? The clock is ticking and they're seriously ticking each other off, but Stormy and Marcus are about to discover just how thin the line between love and hate really is. So that is my book that I'm choosing off my unhaul pile, and hopefully I will enjoy it.
Roll number 8, which is meant to be my last roll, but I've got another 4 already. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That says a book with a historical element.
For roll 8, I got a book with a historical element. So I have gone for Secrets for the Three Sisters by Annie Groves. This is a book that I need to review, and so it does have a historical element, and I thought it would fit well here. I don't know a lot about it. I just know that it's a book that's set around the World War, and it's about the women who are left behind as nurses and just keeping the home life going, and so they're not always my cup of tea. I do tend to get them to review for this particular award, so I'm just gonna have to suck it up and read it. I believe it might be a book in a series. I've not read the previous ones, but I will see what I think of it, because I've done this to myself before with this kind of historical element and thought I wouldn't like it, and then I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, Secrets for the Three Sisters is the book for roll 8.
Roll number 9. 3. 1, 2, 3. A mood read, awesome.
For roll 9, I got mood read, and I felt very lucky to have got a book to read in the present and then mood read as well, so I'm excited about that. One that's on my radar, I've already pre-ordered it through Audible, is I Haven't Been Entirely Honest With You by Miranda Hart. I've always liked Miranda Hart, and I know she kind of quietened down for a while, and then in this book apparently she explains why. I think she's had some chronic illness and maybe some issues with mental health, but I've always loved her as a person, so I'm really excited to read this one. I had an Audible credit. It's coming out in October, so I think it's October the 10th, I want to say. So yeah, I will be ready to read that one for then. And yeah, I know with mood read you should go with your mood at the time, but I think going with my mood for the month is fine, especially if it's a book that I've really been excited about. So yeah, that's roll 9.
Roll number 10. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A book over 500 pages.
So for roll 10, I got read a book over 500 pages, and I am going for Saving 6 by Chloe Walsh. I don't know exactly how many pages it is, but I know that these books are chunkers. I've already read Binding 13 and Keeping 13, and that storyline was about it's looking at boys in a school in Ireland, a private school, and those particular two focused on Johnny and Shannon. This one is now focusing on Shannon's brother Joey and his girlfriend Aoife. Those two books really hit me hard in the heart, so I'm prepared for that, and I will see how I go. They're very hard hitting, so if you are fancying giving those a go, please read the trigger warnings first, because I think they would just affect everybody. So yeah, I'm going with it knowing it's going to be difficult. And those two books were 800 pages each, and I think the Saving 6 is slightly shorter, but it's still a chunker, so I'm pretty sure it'll be nearer 600 pages. But yeah, as long as it fits over 500, which I'm pretty certain it does, I will be going with Saving 6 by Chloe Walsh. I have already ordered it to my library, so hopefully it will come in time.
Roll number 11 is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A book with a face on the cover.
For roll number 11, I went with Face on the cover. This is another of the 4 books that have been on my TBR the longest. I want to say, let me have a look. I've started normally keep the papers in of who gifted me this. I will find out. It's one of 2 people, but I don't want to say the wrong name, so I will put it up here. And so I've wanted to read this one for a while, but just haven't reached for it. So this is by Kaylin Bayron, and it says, it's 200 years since Cinderella found her prince, but the fairy tale is over. Sophia knows the story though off by heart, because every girl has to recite it daily from when she's tiny until the night she's sent to the royal ball for choosing. And every girl knows that she has only one chance. The lives of those not chosen by a man at the ball are forfeit. But Sophia doesn't want to be chosen. She doesn't want to go to the ball at all. Not when she's afraid the girl she loves might be chosen too. Pushed beyond breaking by a society that denies everything she is, Sophia sets out on a journey that will remake her world into one where she gets to choose. So it sounds really good. The dark cover of it, and just she doesn't look happy at all, and the fact that it's got dead on the front suggests to me that it's going to have like spooky vibes, or not thrillerish vibes, but it's going to be tense, and so I think that's a good book to read in October. So that is for roll 11.
And hopefully my final roll number 12. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A book with a black cover, or predominantly black cover.
And finally, book 12, or roll 12, yeah, book 12, I got to read a book with a majority black cover. I have decided to go for When You Wish Upon a Star by Elizabeth Lim. It's basically a Pinocchio retelling. So it says, what if the blue fairy wasn't supposed to help Pinocchio? Pariva is a village full of magical lore where sisters Chiara and Ilaria grew up together. 40 years later, Chiara, now the blue fairy, defies the rules of magic within Pariva and grants a wish that changes everything for her old friend Geppetto and for a little puppet named Pinocchio. But she's discovered by the Scarlet family, formerly Ilaria, who holds this transgression against her. They decide to settle things through a good old-fashioned bet, with Pinocchio and Geppetto's fate hanging in the balance. So I've read quite a few of these now. I don't always reach for them, which makes me think I probably shouldn't buy any more. I've still got the Aladdin retelling. I can't remember, that's a Twisted Tales one though. I can't remember the name of it, but it's got Jafar on the cover and it's an Aladdin retelling. So yeah, I'm thinking I probably shouldn't reach these, but this one was £2 in the supermarket, down from £4. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Okay, look at this. My idea with the bookmarks is, if there's ones that I find annoying, I'm trying to decide if I find this one annoying, then I will be able to get rid of it because I've actually used it and I know. So that's another method behind the madness with the bookmarks. So yeah, that's all 12 of my books for the month. I'm really excited, considering I got ones like From the Unhaul Pile, Lowest Rated, what other ones, Historical Element. There was a few prompts that I got that I wasn't sure about, and especially as I had to do 12 rolls, but actually I think I did pretty well there because I am majority excited about most of these books. So keep your eye on my Instagram, keep your eye on my Twitter, because that will be where I post what I've read, and so you'll get more of an idea of how I've done, because I don't always get around to doing wrap-ups, which I know is really annoying, and I am going to try harder. The next video you will probably get from me is the mini version of Eurovisionathon, and because Junior Eurovisionathon is coming up in November, the first 2 weeks of November, I am going to be running a mini version of Eurovisionathon. So if you want to take part, keep an eye out for that. I will probably post that video within the next couple of weeks so that you'll have time to pick your books, but it only goes on for 2 weeks, not the 4 weeks that the month-long one goes on for, because with regular Eurovisionathon there's a lot more countries involved. With Junior Eurovisionathon it's a lot smaller, so we need less time, and it's just a chance to, I know that I've got a full shelf of Eurovisionathon books downstairs now, and I'm not reaching for those ones. When Eurovisionathon comes around again, I start looking for brand new spanking ones to add to it. So my plan is, with the mini version, to get rid of some of the ones that I'm less excited about, or that I keep putting off, and then start afresh ready for Eurovisionathon in April and May time. I'm going to stop now because I can hear Chico scratching on the door, but thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.